luckily the best one survived. This was a beautiful rainbow. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and today we're going to be preparing for a hurricane here. That's right. Fort Myers, Cape Coral area could potentially get hit with a Category 4 hurricane, so we have to start battening down the hatches, so to speak. Thank God almost that I don't have any reptiles living outside right now. I do have some outdoor enclosures we may have to move inside so they don't produce any kind of like projectiles when the hurricane hits. Hopefully we'll get missed. There's potential that it might just hit up more north of us, but we have to definitely prepare for that. We're taking in all the like chairs and these plants will probably have to all go into the garage soon too. But that's not coming till Wednesday. So today I figured I'd go into the snake room and just take a look at some babies in the incubator, because we did have a lot of hatching over the weekend, and I want to show you some stuff that has hatched and maybe you hadn't seen because it's shed, and then stuff that stuff that you haven't seen, and then stuff that you have seen that has shed. So we'll take a look and see what's going on in that incubator. I got news for you. We don't have that many more clutches left to hatch, which is amazing. I don't know if we're going to be getting any more this year. I'm sure we'll probably get a couple, one or two more, but it's pretty cool that it's winding down a little bit because we have almost zero space left. We got to really start moving some stuff. But that's the way it goes for everyone, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys run into the same thing. I might just have a little bit more or a little less than what you guys are dealing with, but it's the same. Oh my God, where am I going to put this clutch when it hatches? And so let's go inside that snake room and let's see what we got in the incubator. All right, a little update on our Super Orange Dream Cryptic Ultramel clutch. And as you can see, they're looking spectacular. Look at these guys. Wow. Look at those heads, those orange heads, those Super Orange Dream heads. And I don't know if you can get any more orange saturation to these guys, to be honest with you. They're so nice. Obviously, Cryptic is an added incentive because it's a Leolifter clown, and it does lighten them a little bit. But it's more of a pattern, mutation. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful Super Orange Dream Cryptic Ultramel right here. See that little big eye stripe behind the head. Whereas this one, if you look at this one, this is head Cryptic. The eye stripe is much smaller. So, I really love this one. This one almost looks like a labyrinth boa. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful pattern. These guys are going to get set up in their own tubs probably this week, although we really have no room left, to be honest with you. To be completely honest, we have no room left anywhere. This is a head Cryptic too. You can see that the eye stripe is much narrower right here. Then the Cryptics have a really big, wide eye stripe. This is still Super Orange Dream Ultramel head Cryptic. They look pretty similar, like I said, because Cryptic is more of a pattern abnormality than it is, or a pattern mutation rather than it is here's Cryptic right here. And there's a color. The Ultramel, the Orange Dream, Super Orange Dream, that's going to change your color a lot. Plus pattern a little bit. Here's another, that's actually the head Cryptic too. Oh, they're hiding under here, look at this. Yeah. Our visuals are hiding from us. That's funny. Let's see if we can get this one to show us his head. There he goes. That's that big eye stripe right there. Okay, let's leave these guys alone. Let's take a look at our next clutch. All right, here's a quick update on our Mandarin Pied clutch, or Mandarin albino pied clutch, I should say. This is the Mandarin Pied we hit. Really beautiful. He's head albino as well. So pretty happy with that. We hit that visual. This one I'm still debating whether, I think it also might be Mandarin Pied, to be honest. I think we hit two. Now that they shed, this one looks really nice. This one's a little bit crazier in terms of this striping, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye on them. These look to be Mandarin pastels. That definitely is pastel Mandarin, and I think this one's Mandarin pastel too. And they're all double head albino pied, so Very, very cool clutch. Just a quick update. And it's a little sneak peek of a clutch that really only gave us 2 viable eggs. Everything else was kind of dead in the egg and deformed, and well, not really deformed, but just like had some spinal kinks, and I don't know, kind of a little just a little sad, but luckily the best one survived. This was a beautiful rainbow. So this is definitely hypo. It's definitely enchy because one of the parents was super enchy. It's obviously visual rainbow. It could be disco in there, and it looks like there's butter in there to me. So I think we're gonna have to wait till this one sheds to really get a good idea of what we got here, but it's a pretty cool looking rainbow. It's got a lot of stuff, potential stuff going on, pattern-wise and color-wise. It's really hard to see it right now because this thing has to shed out. But it's like striping on it. It's really kind of, I think it's hurricane. I really do. I see some like hurricane swirls here. The way the alien heads are lined up, I think we have a rainbow. I think we have a hurricane rainbow hypo combo, enchy, and like I said, there could be disco in here because it's kind of wacky looking too. There might be butter too because it's really light. Butter usually lightens up these rainbows a lot, gives them red eyes. So we'll see. All right, this is the clutch I really wanted to show you. The other ones are kind of like little just preludes. This was a breeding of a high intensity orange dream, which is a orange dream that has another gene associated with it that really boosts its wow factor. It was fire also, pastel, and clown. So that's a very powerful male that we bred to a pastel pinstripe disco head clown. So we obviously want to combine that fire with the disco to produce hopefully a disco Inferno clown. Did we hit it? We'll find out. We did produce some really kind of cool stuff here. We got some cool pinstripe clown stuff. Everything, this looks like a lot of orange dream in here looking type stuff. These haven't shed yet. This is the only one. This one looks normal. This is probably the clown. Kind of crazy to think about it. Here's one of the ones I like the nicest. This is like a high intent. It looks like to me high intensity orange dream pastel clown, or maybe there might be fire in there. I don't even know. Definitely is really kind of cool looking, very special looking clown here. Doesn't want to really cooperate too much, but just shed out. So, it just hatched out, so I understand that. Really nice pattern here. You look. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on this. Here's another really, really nice pinstripe clown that we hit. I showed you a couple from another clutch the other day. It was the same father actually. This clutch had the advantage of having that disco gene, so that was what made this one special. This has got those crazy hieroglyphics. I think this is orange dream, maybe high intensity orange dream. I don't know if it's pastel. It's definitely could be fire clown. I don't know if it's fire, but it's got really orangey. We'll have to see. Fire makes the clowns get yellower as they get older, so you can usually tell. This doesn't look too yellow. It's kind of has like a gold orange color to it, so it's more in line with pinstripe and orange dream. Let's see what else we got. I want to show you the one thing I really want to show you is hiding from me. All right, now this snake might be my favorite from the entire clutch. This might be the disco. I think this is the Disco Inferno because we got the white here. It almost looks pied. That's typical of Disco Inferno. And I don't know if it's a visual clown. It looks like it might be visual. I think it's a pinstripe orange dream Disco Inferno clown. That's what I think it is. It might even have pastel in there. But I'm having a hard time telling, if it is a visual clown. But it's got like these really black eyes, and I think that's the giveaway right there. Clowns, a lot of clowns have black eyes. I think we hit it. I think this is the Disco Inferno pinstripe orange dream possible pastel clown. Disco Inferno I really love. So like I said, it makes it look like it's pie too. So I'm very happy. I think this snake's gonna look even better when it sheds out. So we'll have to wait for that. So great clutch. A lot of good con. action here. All right, I had to show you my Boelens Python, fresh shed. Looking like he's a cobra here. This guy loves to come out. He really does. Let's open this cage up. He's such a sweetheart too. Look at this boy. Look at this boy. What a beautiful snake he is. Look at all that. I mean, that's like one of the blackest of blacks you can get. Really nice little boy. He's very inquisitive too. I'm still working on a female. I have a couple of possibilities, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I need to sell some snakes to justify it. Look at this big boy. So beautiful. So beautiful. Look at this guy. I'm really considering putting him in this crazy display cage that I bought, and I haven't put anything in yet. It's almost like overkill for this guy, but I think he's so beautiful that I almost think he deserves it. It's either him or the diamond pythons. I think they're gonna go in there. Unless I break down and buy some tree pythons, tree monitors. Look at this boy. Oh my God, beautiful. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Boelens pythons are just, look at that black. Look how jet black that snake is. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You don't even need a morph for these guys. There's no morphs, but who cares? They're beautiful in their own right. All right, here's a rainbow we produced in 21. And she's grown really nicely. And I wanted to just show you her because I showed you the one in the incubator. I want to see, this is very similar genes. This is rainbow, butter, enchi, possible super enchi. I think she's hurricane as well, and she's probably visual hypo at the worst. She's head hypo. I think she's visual though. She's really clean looking. And I think that's pretty much what possibly the other one is going to be too. The other one is in the incubator. Now I have her sister too. All right, now here's her sister, who I also held back because just there's so many genes and I just couldn't sell it. I really didn't want to undersell her. And she's got red eyes, and I think this one's probably more likely hurricane. So butter, enchi, hypo, hurricane, rainbow probably. Whereas this one, I don't know. There's something different between this one and this one, and I haven't figured it out yet. I'm keeping them both, so I'm gonna breed them out. Obviously, I have visual males that are breeding, but these visual females are up and coming, and hopefully, probably not this year, probably next year. Right? Probably this year I'll just use the hats again. Produce some more rainbows. We produced some really nice stuff this year. I was very happy with what I produced. I mean, I could have produced more, but if that rainbow in the incubator survives, that's going to be good. And we have another clutch still in the incubator too that just was laid recently. So I'm excited. I'm excited about what we produced. And this is the third sister. They're all from different clutches. This one is from different from the other two sisters. This is another female I produced in 21, and she's a super enchi. Hypo rainbow. As far as I know, there's no other genes in there, but there could be. You never know. And she's probably the biggest of all three of these girls. So she, I don't think she's going to go anytime in 2023. I think we have to wait till the end of 2023 to really get her to go. I'm not in a rush. I'd rather keep her eating and try not to breed her too young. Because, like I said, I have the hets. I can still breed. These three girls will probably in another year and a half or so be, good breeders for me, and then I could start mixing some other genes in, which is what I really want to do. We produce some het rainbow stuff, combined with some other genes like hypo and desert ghost and some stuff this year, so I'm pretty happy with that as well. So anyway, just a little update. All right, here is the 2020 rainbow female that we produced. This was the only one, and this was a good one too. This was what I believe to be a hurricane hypo enchi rainbow. Hypo enchi hurricane rainbow. Now she could potentially be she looks just like the ultraviolets coloring wise, so she could be a super hurricane too. So I originally called her an ultraviolet. I'm going to prove her out I'm going to breed her to prove her out, so it doesn't really matter. she looks exactly like the other ultraviolets. She's got the real, she hit a little, you know, point where she wasn't eating that well. So now we got her up to eating again. You know, sometimes these females go through food strikes for a little while. A lot of times they don't when you breed them yourself, but sometimes they do. So she's definitely bigger than the 21s, but not as big as you think she would be. Now she could potentially breed in 23. She's not going to be ready for October, you know. I don't think. She's kind of like on the borderline still. So I'll probably wait a couple months, maybe halfway into the year. I'll see if I can breed her. The good thing about Boelens Pythons is there's really no breeding season for them. It's whenever you put a male with them. So we'll see. And the question is, who will I put with her? Will I try to just, you know, go for more ultraviolets because they seem to be very popular? People are really wanting them now. Or would I outcross her to something else, which is a possibility as well. So we'll see. We got time still. All right, guys, that's going to do it here for today at Boelens Pythons and Boas, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I originally just started into let me show you what's in my incubator and hatching, and then it turned into a little bit of a rainbow video. So it's all good, but I showed you only female rainbows, so that was, I guess, unique in that sense. I just sent out an ultraviolet and a head ultraviolet. It's going over to Indonesia. So I sent it to my reshipper, and so that's going to be a really nice little surprise that's going to be arriving, hopefully to get out before the hurricane. That's why we say we had to send it today, because there's no other window that we can send it. So I don't think we're getting hit till Tuesday night, so we should be pretty good. This snake should get out no problem. And I want to give a big shout out to Rufus Darden, who's probably one of the best sand boa breeders out there. Every time I look at his page and his stuff, I always want to buy sand boas, and maybe in the future I will get something from him. He produced an albino Black Russian Sambo that's pretty cool looking. You know, I love albino stuff, and it's just, the guy's like hitting it out of the ballpark. He's got some crazy stuff. If you look at his Morph Market page, you go to his Instagram, he's got really nice Samboas, and they're kind of cool. And you know, I wouldn't mind setting up a couple little tubs with Samboas in it. I mean, that's got to be kind of fun. I showed you some at a Go's reptile shop I went to down the road from here, and they had a couple that they were selling. But I might you know, look into buying a couple of those. And they're just, you know, just cool. They don't take up a lot of space. It's not a big deal. It's like, I wouldn't mind getting a pair of them and just kind of throw them in the drawer. And it's just something to show you guys and to take a look at and say, look how cool these things are. So check him out, Rufus Darden. Good job. All right, I guess we're gonna wrap things up for now. Hopefully I'll better get another video out for you tomorrow before the hurricane strikes here. Hopefully it'll just be some high winds. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. But you know how that goes. So if you're liking all these videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.